Welcome to Cocktails at Home, presented by Patrón. My name is Steven, and I'm one of the mixologists with Patrón Spirits. I'm delighted to be here today with my good friend and incredibly talented bartender. This is Katie.
Thank you so much, Steven. I'm happy to be here today. Today, it's all about fruity margaritas, specifically watermelon, mango, and pineapple.
So I'm gonna start us off with the watermelon margarita. This one's delicious, super easy to make, and absolutely refreshing. So we're gonna start off with 1.5 ounces of Patrón Reposado.
What is Reposado tequila, Steven?
Reposado is going to mean that it's been rested. So instead of it just being silver tequila, it means that this silver tequila has sat in a barrel for Patrón about 3 to 4 months, just to give it that touch of color from the barrel and a hint of like caramel, butterscotch notes that are gonna come through from there. Really, with watermelon, you wanna lift up those flavors as much as you can. Reposado is gonna do just that. Next, for all of the rest of our ingredients, we're gonna use equal parts, 1 ounce of each. It wouldn't be a watermelon margarita without watermelon juice. This is our fresh pressed watermelon juice.
Now, I use a jigger in my bar all the time, and people are always asking me why. Why do we measure things out?
To me, the art of a perfectly balanced cocktail means that you can't just freehand it. You've got to measure it out. It's kind of like a pastry chef will always weigh out their ingredients. You've got to be meticulous about it. And for me, if I'm making a well-balanced cocktail, measuring is an essential thing.
Precision.
Right? So next, we're gonna take 1 ounce, again, equal parts, of agave nectar. And then finally, I'll take some lime juice. Gotta have some citrus to balance out all of this. Next, before I shake up my cocktail, I'm gonna need some ice. I'm gonna ice it up. With this, don't be scared. Definitely give it a couple of scoops, fill it up. We're using pellet ice today, so I'm gonna be able to quickly shake this, combine it, get it nice and cold, and straight into my glass. You don't have to get fancy with your shake. Quick back and forth is all you're looking to do. Get it nice and cold, and then it's ready to go. We're gonna pour it straight into our glass. And there you have it. That's the watermelon margarita. All it's gonna need is a quick and simple watermelon wedge, and it's all ready.
Looks delicious. Can I
Right?
give it a
Yeah,
try?
you gotta try it.
Okay. Oh wow, that's so good.
So what have you got for us?
So I have the mango margarita for you today.
Awesome.
For this cocktail, we are going to start with Patrón Silver,
Got it.
1.5 ounces.
Some bartenders get real picky about whether or not they build into the small part or the tall part of their shaker. You just like working off that part?
I'm clumsy. If I work out of this, I'm gonna knock it over, frankly. So I use the short one, personally.
But it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, honestly. We're gonna follow with 3/4 ounce of mango syrup.
Did you make this syrup or did you buy it?
I did not. I just went to your general retail store. If anyone has vanilla, simple syrups, you're likely to find this one there as well. Then we are going to have 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice.
It's something about lime juice and tequila that just like complement one another, right?
Yeah, I think so. So for me, I think in Mexico, agave trees and lime trees grow right next to each other. If it grows together, it goes together.
That makes sense. That's awesome.
From here, we're just gonna top it off with a generous scoop of ice and give it a nice shake. For this cocktail, we are going to garnish it with a Tajín.
Got you.
Thank you very much.
So Tajín is a chili lime salt, and you're just using that as kind of, that's gonna work really well. It works well with tropical fruits, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Anything nice and tart. This kind of balances it out with a little bit of spice as well.
Awesome.
And from here, we're just gonna pour it on in the glass. Maybe top it off with just a little bit more ice.
I like that you only put the Tajín on half of it, and that way if someone doesn't like it spicy or doesn't like Tajín, they can kind of drink from the other side, right?
Absolutely. This is a safe bet if you're making it for a crowd you're not really sure. This is going to be able to appease everyone that does and does not like salt.
How do you garnish it?
With a lime wedge, if you would be so kind to cut one for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So for me, making a lime wedge, I like to lop off the ends of my limes just to kind of keep it nice and clean. Cut it all the way down the middle, and then I divide them into segments, but since we only need one, and then if you want to be real fancy, which we definitely do, we're going to remove that pith, slice it down the middle just to part it.
Beautiful.
And then right on the edge.
All right, and
Awesome.
there you have the mango margarita.
Do you mind if I try it?
Please.
Awesome.
Please.
Looks delicious. That is absolutely perfect. Tastes nice and tart. I think if you wanted to, if you like it on the sweeter side, you could add simple syrup to it, right?
100%. I prefer mine a little on the tart side, so this is perfect for me. But just like you said, if you like it on the sweeter side, just add a splash of simple syrup and you'll be good to go.
That's awesome. So finally, I've got the last one. This is going to be the pineapple margarita. I always love the tang of this fruity margarita. So to kick us off, I'm gonna need some Patrón Silver. For this one, I need 1.5 ounces.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely. Next, we're gonna take Patrón Citrónge, just 1/2 ounce.
For anyone who's not a bartender, can you explain Patrón Citrónge?
Absolutely. Patrón Citrónge is a triple sec, so it's an essential ingredient in a margarita. Next, it wouldn't be a pineapple margarita without fresh pineapple juice. We're gonna take 1 full ounce. And then finally, we need 1/2 ounce of lime juice. This is fresh squeezed. We did it before we started, and definitely want it always to be fresh squeezed lime juice. Before we shake this up, let's go ahead, and I love Tajín and pineapple, so let's do a full rim all the way around on this glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just using the lime to make it stick, right?
Yes, the lime juice just gets it a little bit wet so that it'll have a grip for the Tajín to stick to the rim.
Awesome. And then if you wouldn't mind, just a couple of scoops, big scoops of ice. This is a big glass, so we definitely want to fill it up.
Big guy in there.
And we're shaking this with pellet ice. So we want to get this nice and cold quickly as we can. Just a couple of quick shakes. A quick tap opens it up, and then it's all ready to go. We'll top it off with a big scoop more of ice. Perfect. And then to finish this, I'm gonna add a lime wheel. Nice and simple.
Why are you using a lime wheel versus a wedge?
For me, with the tang of the pineapple juice and the lime juice that we've already added, this doesn't need any more to it. And so this is just more for a visual. It just is gonna look really pretty on the top. If you wanted, you could also use the pineapple leaves. But for this, we're gonna use a perfect lime wheel on the side.
Beautiful. Can I give it a try?
Please do.
Okay.
The Tajín is really good, right? With the pineapple, so super tasty.
It balances it out. You kind of need just a little bit of spice with that sweet.
And there you have it, the pineapple margarita, my personal favorite.
Comment with your favorite type of margarita.
And be sure to click to discover more recipes just like these.